The 90 Day Fiancé franchise has had quite a few Catfish cast members, but these are the top 10 who continued to effectively deceive both their partners and viewers. A catfish is someone who creates a fake online profile and uses it to con people into believing they are a real person they are dating or are friends with. Lately, the term has also been associated with people who use filters to look like someone they are not, and 90 Day Fiancé catfishes have all become infamous. Like the traditional meaning of the term, it is also a deceptive trick where an imposter might fool a gullible person into believing they look a certain way when they don't. Since the franchise has shows revolving around dating, marriage, and all sorts of relationships, catfishing 90 Day Fiancé storylines do show up every once in a while. These situations tend to get embarrassing at times for the American 90 Day Fiancé cast member who has fallen prey to the imposter's beauty and charm, or just scary and dangerous when there is money involved. Larissa started her reality TV career with 90 Day Fiancé Season 6, in which she married Colt Johnson, best remembered for their toxic marriage which ended with Larissa getting arrested thrice and almost getting deported. This couple went their separate ways to do even more controversial things. Colt continued being unfaithful to his partners while Larissa got a revenge makeover. She spent over $72,000 on surgeries to look like Kylie Jenner in 2020. Larissa's makeover made tongues wag, but 4 years later, it's a completely different scenario. Larissa recently made an appearance in House of Villains Season 2. Larissa doesn't even look like the person in her own Instagram pictures. Larissa has an entirely new face now. However, she isn't honest when she posts her pictures online. It may suggest that Larissa still isn't happy with the way she looks and will continue to alter her appearance until she looks like her Instagram photos, airbrushed and unnatural. Devon was first seen in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1 with her Korean partner Ji-hoon Lee. Devon mentioned she was a model and one of her segments even involved her getting a photo shoot done. Still, Devon felt the need to put some really outlandish filters on her face when she shared pictures on Instagram. Devon seemed to have been influenced by some Korean apps that have filters to give the user instant glass skin and make them look like their favorite idol. However, since viewers were watching Devon on the show all the time, she received flack for highly editing her pictures. Devon was mocked by fans, telling her she looked like an anime character. V from Florida is the latest entrant in the list of 90 Day Fiancé cast members who just can't get enough of filters. V is a 27-year-old who is dating a man named Sunny Mahadi from South Africa. V has landed in trouble for taking her ex-boyfriend Rory with her when she went to meet Sunny for the first time. Yet, V is in the news for other, much stranger reasons. V somehow looks different in every picture and video on her Instagram feed. But still, none of these photos resemble the way V appears on TV screens. V has admitted it led to her having anxiety, and it could be why she feels so underconfident about her looks and tries to fix her appearance through filters. Darcy from 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 1 used to have long dark hair with minimal changes done to her face through cosmetic procedures. Darcy began altering her look with every new season. She changed herself from her head to her toe, while Darcy looks like a living Barbie doll now. Even though she is 50 years old now, her social media photos tell a different story. Darcy goes out of the way to make herself look unrecognizable through her social media updates. He finds the most unrealistic filter available and records selfie videos with them on. Darcy even spoke to ET, where she said that she uses filters on her social media pages for fun and that there is no shame in her game because she knows who she is on the inside and out. There was a time when Rebecca was called the filter queen of 90 Day Fiancé. She had openly admitted to using filters during her first ever episode of Before the 90 Days. Rebecca was aware of the age difference between her and her then boyfriend Zeid Hakimi. She treated every video call of theirs like a date and got glammed up for the call every time while not forgetting to use filters when she chatted with Zeid. It became clear that Rebecca was sending her filtered photos to Zeid when he printed them out on a t-shirt. Zeid had gone to the airport to pick Rebecca up wearing one of those t-shirts with her photoshopped face on it. Rebecca owned up to her using filters even on social media. Nicole has been away from the franchise for years now, but her toxic relationship with Azin Tefu has set a benchmark in the franchise that is tough to ignore. Nicole was labeled an irresponsible mother for leaving her toddler alone while she went to meet her online boyfriend in Morocco. Nicole wanted a future with Azin, but he did not approve of what he saw when he met Nicole at the airport. Azin had been catfished by Nicole. He couldn't put his thoughts into words but did say that Nicole looked big in real life compared to her online photos. Nicole is used as an example when other female cast members go looking for love with Muslim men without understanding their culture. Nicole was at fault for not having researched the rules she had to follow as Azin's girlfriend, but she also didn't think of telling him she looked different in real life. A more recent catfish story in 90 Day Fiancé. Thei Mallet's experience touched fans' hearts. Thei was an overweight loner who thought he had found his life partner in Carmela from Barbados when he met her online. Thei did not tell anyone about his romance, not even his family. As he continued to date Carmela for 4 years, he plucked the courage to apply for 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days season 6 ahead of him going to her country to propose to her. When the producers contacted Carmela for her audition, they found out Thei had been tricked. Thei had been sending Christian money and even his own naughty photos. He had traveled to Barbados for Carmela to ghost him, but Christian had taken a new phone and clothes from Thei. The pictures of the woman used by Christian belonged to a woman who was named Carmela, but she was not involved in this prank. Sweet Carmela was an adult model who Thei also ended up meeting on the show. David Murphy had been planning his 4th trip to Ukraine on 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days. He had met a woman named Lana on an online dating website over 7 years ago. She had never shown up in the last 3 times he had gone to visit her. What David did not understand was that it was a chatting/dating service. Lana was talking to 10 other Davids like him who all believed that she was their girlfriend. Everyone had warned David against the relationship, which was never real. David even claimed to have spent probably $250,000 to $300,000 on Lana in all those years. He had hired a detective in Ukraine to hunt Lana down, but she eventually met him during his 5th Ukraine visit, and he even proposed to her at the airport. When it comes to naming the biggest catfishers of the franchise from the last 15 years of the show's existence, Sumit has to get an honorable mention. Sumit met Jenny Slatin on Facebook in 2012. However, at that time, he called himself Michael Jones, an identity he had created for himself while working at a call center. Sumit and Jenny had become Facebook friends while playing games, and he had Jenny fooled that he looked like Bollywood actor Ranbir Kapoor, who he had as his profile picture. Sumit and Jenny were chatting for a year while he pretended to be an American man all alone. Jenny was falling in love with Michael. Sumit felt guilty about the mind games he was playing with her. He confessed to her that he was Sumit from India. Sumit was still half Jenny's age, quite possibly the biggest catfish in the franchise's history. Mahogany had people fooled for the longest time into believing she wasn't even a real person. It was Ben Rathbun who introduced Mahogany as his online girlfriend, who he was going to be meeting in Peru for the first time. Mahogany had several pictures online, but none of them showed her real face. She had a thick filter to hide all of her features and make her look like a doll in her pictures and videos. Then there was the fact that Mahogany was actively avoiding meeting Ben on the show. Ben and Mahogany even got married earlier this year. It became clear that the 90 Day Fiancé star was very much real, but, like Darcy and Devon, was afraid to show her real face on social media out of insecurities and feelings of dissatisfaction towards her own body.